The Kremlin says Vladimir Putin denied Russian troops were bombing Ukrainian cities. Putin spoke in a phone call with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Friday. Putin said Russia is open to dialogue with Ukraine and hopes that Kyiv would take a reasonable and constructive stance during the third round of talks. Scholz called for an immediate ceasefire in Ukraine and stressed for humanitarian access to conflict areas. The two leaders agreed to hold further talks in the near future. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has led to a mass exodus of people from Ukraine. The United Nations Refugee Agency estimates roughly 1.2 million people have fled for neighboring countries over the past week. But many foreign nationals, especially students, still remain trapped in the country. Our Ryan Thompson reports from Lublin, Poland.
Well, Poland is taking in a majority of these people who are displaced, seeking some type of refuge across the border in the European Union. Estimates that we've heard from people here in Poland is that for the collective region, including countries like Hungary, Slovakia, it is likely in a couple weeks' time to count more than 4-5 million people who are displaced, seeking refuge in the European Union. It is going to be a huge effort. You can see a number of donations being collected behind me to make sure that these people who are fleeing with nothing behind them, with nothing with them, have something to carry on as they arrive in the new destination, arrive in Poland. For Ukrainians getting across the border, it is a long wait, but it seems to be going relatively smooth. They are getting here, they are getting assisted once across the border. That hasn't exactly been heard to be the same for a number of foreign nationals, students especially. We've heard reports of African students struggling to get into the European Union and actually having to be rerouted with the assistance of their consulate back to their home country. But we've also heard positive stories. In the case of Romania, for example, there's one town that has taken in over 2,000 Indian students in a large procurement scheme where they have been settled, given space to stay, while they await what their next steps will be. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but overall we do see a little bit of problems for some of the foreign nationals trying to enter the European Union. Not so smooth here.